So what are three very important fitness trending questions that's out there? Common questions. One is, what's the best exercise to lose fat? Another one is, when I have a busy schedule, what's my go-to? Last, Mondale, just where do I start? You asked the right questions. Here we go. I want to say thanks again for tuning in my channel. And I'm going to get straight to the point. So those three questions, I'm going to ask these three questions. Of course, there's more questions, but these three questions are more common. All right, so the main thing is, Mondale, what's the best exercise for fat loss, right? It's just something about that subcutaneous fat, that stubborn fat, we just can't get rid of, male or female. And before I answer the question, because a lot of times people ask questions and they want a direct answer, and you should, that's rightfully so. But if you want a direct answer and you want me to get straight to the point, that means that your lifestyle also have to match with that. For example, I tell a lot of people, okay, listen, this is what you need to be exercising with, and it's great with burning fat and all of the above. See, but when I look at their lifestyle, they're not consistent with the right amount of nutrition, protein, all of the above. See, they want direct answers on how it's done. See, but their lifestyle and their habits, their daily habits, are not lining up with the result they're looking for. So make sure that you're ready and you're prepared to actually start approaching this new goal with the right habits that's going to get you to your overall goal. So I would highly recommend that the best fat burning exercises would be, I would say, high intense. I'm always telling that. High intense to the point where you're at 85 to 90% max. And why do I say that? Because again, high intense exercises is great for cardio, it's great for strengthening, it's great for form, breathing, all of the above. And at the same time, it sends a shock to the central nervous system. And by doing that, it can create what they call FAQs. FAQs means post-exercise oxygen consumption. Again, post-exercise oxygen consumption. What does that mean? It means that you have such great cardio exercising and stimulation within your muscles that maybe hours after you work out, you're still able to actually pull that fat particles and fat burning zone and still build muscle if your nutrition is the correct way. Hours later, you can actually be watching a movie, eating popcorn, and you're still in the fat burning zone, right? So I highly recommend strengthening conditioning, number one, but keep your intensity and your cardio at least 85, 90%. Now, by doing this, your exercises will not be an hour, 2 hours in the gym. Why is that? Because you're going to need to recover, and it's going to be very taxing on the body. So for those who are cool with it, going to the gym, I say 30, 40 minutes, if that. And trust me, the first 3, 4 reps, if you know how to hold your intensity accountable. Some people say they do high intensity exercises, but when I look at them, that's not really high intense. If you can hold yourself accountable, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And then when you start to experience FAQs, it'd be life changing. So that's number one. Two, how to get started. Just get started. I know you hear everybody say this. You have to just get started to the point that where some people say, yo, okay, I want to start with 225 or benching 200, or I want to start with maybe a couple hundred pounds on my squat. But listen, that's nonsense. I strongly believe in a great foundation. So if you can master your own body weight, then you start to add body weight to you. If you know it's been years that you really never worked out, why are you trying to go to the gym and lift a lot of weight, squat, and do compound movements? That doesn't make sense. Allow your body to adjust and see how well it's going to respond to you just moving your body weight. And trust me, you get just as effective results. You'll be sore, lactic acid, all of the above. You can get stronger with body weight exercises. So I highly recommend you first starting off. If it takes 10 push-ups, do 10 push every 60 seconds till you get to 80. You're going to be sore if it's been a long time and you've never worked out, right? You're going to be sore. So, 8 sets of 10 push-ups, and you superset it with wall sits, or do maybe 5 sets of 20 squats, body weight squats, and make sure that you got good form. And you can go to some of my videos where I'm actually telling you how to do a proper push-up and a proper squat, and you can just take it from there. That's how you get started. Just get started and stop worrying about what you're lifting and just start lifting your own body weight. Last, busy schedules. Now, this is not really tough, but you should really think about this. Name a couple things in your busy schedule that you make time for. One, hydration. You might not drink enough water, but most likely you're going to end up drinking something. Eating. If you got a family, kids, a nephew, daughter, whatever it may be, right? You're going to always make time. You're going to make a phone call. Whatever's important in your life when you got a busy schedule, I want you to see the steps that you normally take in this busy schedule and how you're still able to manage doing other things outside of your schedule. And now you got to look at exercise the same way. Start small. When you start small, write that stuff down and start taking small steps towards including this into your busy schedule. For example, if you know you're going to be busy for like 12, 14 hours straight, put it like an alarm on your phone where it beeps and, make it a voice command where it's your voice and say, time to work out. Or you can tell yourself every 30 minutes, do 15 jumping jacks. I do the modified jumping jack where you're not jumping if you got bad joints or bad knees, and do the modified jumps. That's going to be a great way to include exercising into a busy schedule. Now, for those who advance, just take it to a whole nother level. I would highly recommend that certain things that you already taking serious in your schedule, busy schedule, look at exercise the same way, but start small and get used to those habits. And before you know it, it'd be mind blowing. Listen, man of my word, I got straight to the point. Those 3 common questions are asked to me, so I really wanted to share it with you guys. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like I always say, keep grinding, stay focused. You got this. Peace out.